Well, how y'all are tonight? How's everybody doing? Where's my music? Hip de hop, hippity hop. He's out looking for a head to chop. Smooth. Okay. So here I am. I'm out here on my old drives looking around to see if I can find anywhere like old copies of our games playthroughs. It's kind of cool. Looking, got all these game recordings, and I'm like, I don't know where they all are. Do I have them out here? Maybe I do. Started me kind of thinking this through, and I was like, oh, yeah, I mean, I've been saving things for quite a while. I'm like, ugh, but where? Got my games folder. My games folder doesn't actually have this stuff in here. It's probably a good thing because I don't think I've got that much space on this particular drive for a whole bunch of recordings of it. So I'm kind of like, well, where did I put it? Maybe it's in here. There's a games folder in here, but that's not it. No. The thing says converted maps. There's that. Somewhere I put all of the things that I wanted to collect, put them all in one spot, and then I've forgotten what that one spot is, as you might imagine, because this is just one of those things. I know that this has become kind of a boring thread these days because nobody else joins me, and then I've got all this work to do, which is not any fun. Not any fun to watch. So, apologize, guys. But I'll keep going. I'm not going to stop. Let's see, this one's probably one right here. These two look definitely like game recordings right there. They're huge. Like, I pretty much feel like that's probably game recordings right there. It's also on this same page with a whole bunch of pictures of Ivy, which is a good sign. That's the same game. So, oh, hey, look, we got Brad. I'm gonna join you in. I can see you now. Look at you being like actually here.
Check me out. Yeah, I finally figured this thing out. Now I got a webcam.
You went and got a webcam.
Yeah, I have to
now
go to
you're
the
live.
background.
So
Set things up for where they go, but
that's all right. We'll get there. We'll get there. It's good to see you, though.
yeah. Well, I've actually been listening for the last hour, and then I'm thinking, I think I should get off the Facebook page and connect to your.
Oh yeah, you've been listening to us doing Geek Tank.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Oh, that's weird. Now I got a double sound coming back.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know if that's you or me. Turn
Could
off
be
my
me.
microphone.
I don't think I have anything. Oh, maybe I do. Hang on. Let me switch. That should be better. For me, anyway. From me, I guess I should say. There we go. Maybe. You still getting double sound from me? Oh, I can't hear you now. So you've muted your own sound.
Yeah. So I've got. It's like it's you coming back. Wait, I know what it is. I know what it is.
Oh, okay.
There we go.
Fixed it.
Yeah, I was listening on your Facebook page, and then
That's
I
fair.
just now joined the stream.
Also
So I
fair.
had both going at the same time. That
That
doesn't
will-
work very well.
Yeah, it definitely will cause problems. I can see that.
It's like a quantum leap. I was listening to two conversations, the same person, but a different timeline.
Right?
Yeah.
That works for me.
Quasar Art Collective.
Exactly. It fits. It fits, I tell you, it fits. All right. So, what you working on tonight?
What am I doing? Oh, let me see. Let me put this back over in split screen so I can get to it myself. I don't mind showing you. I'm back in. I took the astronaut back into Illustrator and I managed to create a sketch art line.
Uh-huh.
I've been working on it. So let's see. Share screen.
Then I can just bring it on in when you do. There we go. And then we go down here at the bottom, which is cool.
Do a little bit of Liechtenstein mix here with some of the ideas I had. So
Yeah, I kind of like the dots there.
let's see. I don't know if you can. Yeah, I may change the direction of the dots. I don't know, but I just created them to start with to kind of get a feel for the movement.
Makes sense.
Because I've got a galaxy image I want to put behind it.
Oh, that actually adds quite an effect.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I got to figure out how to work them together. I haven't figured that out yet.
Right.
But you'll see, I do have my layers labeled.
Good job.
Yeah, there you go.
You are doing better than me. I'm just going to say it now. You're far better than me. I hide my head in shame. Oh, no.
Yep.
That's funny.
So you're cleaning out all of your docs, scanning your life away.
I am totally doing that. And that's why I'm like, I'm boring. I'm glad you're here. You're at least doing work. You're doing art. I'm sitting. Well, actually, what somebody during Geek Tink, we were talking about recordings of our games, because sometimes we'll record our games. And I hadn't thought about this before. We lost a friend at the beginning of the year to cancer, and it was sudden. And he was in the games prior to, him having the sudden fall off and getting really sick and then passing. And suddenly it occurs to me, I was like, oh, that's right. We may have recorded him, which would be great, because then we'd be able to listen to his voice, So I'm out kind of hunting down the old game recordings, seeing if I can find them anywhere. So that's where we are at this moment, is I'm kind of like, oh man, that's, that'd be great.
Yeah.
If I could find any of those.
No kidding.
Yeah. Oops. So yeah, it's me. So I'm out here doing all this stuff. I'm just kind of poking around. I figure I will help you if you need help. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, no, you can keep working away there. If
That's
you
what I
got
was
stuff
saying.
in mind.
I can totally just poke around and find these things.
Yeah, no, go right ahead. This part I'm pretty good with, especially in Illustrator. I do have another project I think I'm going to bring into Clip Studio.
Mm-hmm. When you're ready to import that in Clip Studio, you have to save it as an SVG.
Oh, to put this. Wait, you're talking about this, the astronaut here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
If
don't know if I'll need to put it back into Clip Studio now that I've figured out. See the line work I've created here?
Mm-hmm.
So, in fact, it's, I don't know what the word is. It's very messy.
Yeah.
But it's intentional. So I'm just carefully, like maybe these tiny little things like this, I'll delete those.
That's fine.
I want to clean it up a little bit, but I don't want to ruin the effect either.
Also, yeah, it makes sense.
But right now, I'm just trying to do colorizing in a few key places to create the. Well, I'm having a mental break here on what I'm trying to say.
So you're trying to do the thing while talking about the thing.
Yeah, I create a triangle effect with my coloring so that for example, the red is in 3 different places. So it circulates your eye around the art piece.
That makes sense.
So I'm trying a couple things. And now the other project is well, it's a couple things. It's my tattoo design that was kind of a mix of my kids and what they used to call me when they were little because of Dalen.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if you remember how Jen started teaching her.
To all the kids.
Well, she taught the kids sign language to some degree. And Dalen figured out how to say bad daddy.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, so that was well, you and I have talked about it. I've tried to come up with the
kanji for it.
Yeah, the kanji for it.
Which ever since I haven't actually met with my Japanese teacher since you brought it up. So I've got like all of these standing because she's been busy because I usually meet on Monday nights with her.
Oh.
And even tonight she postponed it again. So it's still out there. I mean, I'm still waiting, but it hasn't been forgotten. If that helps any.
No, that's all right. I mean, I guess I'm using. I don't think it was Google Translate. I think it was one of the particular pages that it sent me to.
Yeah, I'm always a little nervous that, especially translating between these two languages, because there's a lot of, if you say it in the wrong formality, it comes out wrong.
Yeah.
So kind of wanting to make sure that I've got exactly what we're looking for here. That's why I want to double check it.
Well, and I think I found one that allegedly means bad papa.
Yeah.
Symbol. And then the other one I found is bad patriarch. Well, bad's the same. I'm sorry. That's different. But patriarch is specifically what I'm referring to.
Well, that one's a different. Yeah, but I think when you're talking about patriarch, you end up with sort of that sensation or that feeling of the head of house sort of thing. That's why they're using the word patriarch.
Sure.
Because there's a difference between chichi, which is like, daddy or, papa or whatever, and otosan, which is like father, And if, in fact, it has sort of the same connotations. If if you're like Tosan, it sounds like you coming up and going, "Father, I have a question to ask of you." It has sort of that same feeling. A little stilted. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's Tosama, and Tosama is probably way weird. Otosama, which is really, really high up there, elevating quite a bit. It's usually people who, they have to call dad that or dad beats them sort of level of things, where you're like, if you're calling your dad that, that's probably a little like, I'm starting to worry about you and whether we should, have a home visit here sort of level of things. It's like, doesn't sound good, Man, it takes a long time to search this drive. Just saying.
Yeah.
My big drive, and I'm trying to figure it all out.
Aha.
Yeah, I was saying earlier, I don't know if you were hearing what happened at the top of the Geek Tank podcast, but tonight I was talking with a kiddo about the Constitution, because that's what they're studying in school right now. And, of course, they're still on the Bill of Rights, but my kid being my kid wanted to know about the other constitutional amendments. And so we were going through them, and one of them was about poll tax. So we were talking a little bit about what a poll tax was and things like that. And Colorado didn't have a poll tax, but Texas did. And as I'm digitizing things, I'm going through my grandmother's wallet and found a receipt for the 1964 poll tax. And I was like, wow, that's a coincidence. We would happen to be talking about poll tax at the same time as I found a receipt for a poll tax. I was like, that's so weird. Just a strange coincidence of two things. But that was the last year that Texas did a poll tax. And so I'm like, wow, this has become kind of an artifact of history now. You know what I mean? Like it's a receipt for a thing that we don't do anymore. And it's like, and we put an amendment into the Constitution to stop it, no less, which I thought, that's fascinating. And it's my grandmother, and of course she never thought anything of it. You know how it went with her. She just was like, well, I got the receipt, put it in my wallet, and then put the wallet on a shelf, and then never thought that her, some 60 years later, her grandson would be digging through it, pull all the pieces out of it, take pictures of it, and throw it all away. And there, poof, was this receipt for this poll tax. That was just really interesting.
Yeah.
And also having like that piece of history,
Absolutely.
Yeah, fascinating stuff. I'm getting a lot of interesting stuff when I'm going through here. I painfully went through my art. It was very, very sad because I don't want to carry all my art around anymore. It's just too much, so I'm digitizing all my art and then throwing the originals away. But I've been carrying these bins of all of my art for years and years and years and years, and it's been kind of sad to throw them all away. I had to say kind of goodbye to all these pieces of art, but they're all digitized, so I've got them. It's not like they're going anywhere. They're all saved. But it is fascinating. It's also interesting to see how much I've grown. as an artist. That's kind of cool too.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Totally get it. Where did it do that? Oops. Let's see here. Oh, that's why. Allegedly. I should have cut those. Now. Oh, it's interesting. Okay.
Kind of worried that it might have gotten stuck. Let's see here. Don't get stuck. Oh, you're going to do that to every dot?
Just this inside part, but if I grab, oops, yeah. No, that I could do that, at least lock that so I don't screw that up. There we go, now I can go a little faster. I'm trying to see what it looks like if I just delete the dots that are behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a little tiny one there. Did I get it? It's actually one of my favorite tools is Pathfinder.
Mm-hmm.
Cutting shapes. So do you have like days left of scanning, or are you just a few hours of scanning left?
I still have days.
Wow.
But I've gotten a long ways. So, and I was really lucky. I did just pull one of them up and it was just literally trash. So some of these clearly, I mean, there was like 2 or 3 things in there that were worth keeping, but the rest of it was bills from like 10 years ago. So like, you know, we either paid them or they disconnected something somewhere along the line and we didn't notice. So yeah. Whatever's going on, we don't need these bills anymore. You know, bills and a whole bunch of, you know, oh, remember to call Joe Smith or, you know, whatever. So it's kind of like, oh, that's, we don't need to worry about that. So it was mostly throwaway, which is nice. And I think what had happened was we had a couple of times where we had to make a move quick. And so we moved fast. And when we did, we just pretty much grabbed everything at every table and threw it in the bins. And so we've been trying to pair those out over the years, but we missed one or two of them. So, but that's all right. That was easy. It was an easy, easy solution. That one just went easy.
Yeah.
The hard ones are when I'm hitting the stuff that's from, like when my mom took over my grandparents' stuff. Because in my grandparents' stuff, I'm finding birth certificates for my great-grandparents, things like that, which, yeah, we should probably keep this stuff, sort of thing. So, I'm finding stuff like that. That one's hard because you have to pretty much go through every sheet of paper just to make sure.
Yeah.
You don't want to miss that and accidentally throw away somebody's birth certificate or something,
Gotcha.
So that's where we are. It's kind of like, So but yeah, right now I'm actually sitting over at my desk and just kind of taking a little bit of a break because I've done really good. I've managed to actually clean off part of my workbench too, which was great.
Oh yeah.
Because my workbench has gotten buried under papers and everything because I've been trying to figure out. But now I have a system. I'm filling one bin full of photographs and then one bin full of like artwork that needs to be just captured. And anything that's 11 by 17 is in one bin and everything that's smaller is in another. Because the smaller stuff I can just throw up on this platform here and shoot it. Because my camera is set up to get just about 11 by 14.
Oh, okay.
Or 8.5 by 14, 8.5 by 4. So legal size.
Yeah.
But it won't catch tabloid size. So the tabloid size artwork is going to have to go through the scanner. But a buddy of mine's going to come over in a couple of days and she's going to sit over at the scanner position and scan all the 11 by 17 while I'm doing all the 8.5 by 11 and 8.5 by 14 over here. So
yeah.
Then we can double team it and that'll be great. There's not as much stuff 11 by 17. I was much more serious when I got to 11 by 17. So, when we're talking about like single sheets of just normal copy paper, I could have drawn just like half of a character or something and left it. It's like, not helping us any. So there's that.
Ooh, I made it.
Look at that. Actually, looks kind of cool.
That's kind of wild, huh?
It's kind of wild.
I kept, like I was supposed to do, I kept several layers.
Mm-hmm.
There's my
That's
red. There's
actually
my red.
Pretty wicked. I like it.
Yeah, so then I could do the shadow with the dots, or I still got the shadow full. Oh, but then I got to turn. Oh, I got to flip these layers around. Oh, that's weird. Actually, I have them both on. I've got two layers of the purple gradient.
Mm-hmm.
One has the holes and one doesn't. That's kind of interesting. So I probably killed that one.
Cool.
Dang it. To redraw that one. Boy, that is, I don't know. I do kind of like that layered like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, and I actually kind of think that's probably better. It's too bright. That makes it too noisy.
Yeah. You like that better with the...
Yeah, I like that a little bit better. It's still got the pattern on it. Mm-hmm. Although there is one dot on his forward leg, the right leg. Yeah, that one right there.
Well, somebody screwed that up. I don't know who. It wasn't me.
We don't know who that could possibly be.
I was never there.
Yep. No proof. No proof.
Paste in front. Oh my gosh, I actually measured how many spaces I moved everything over. So go figure that. That took me forever.
Right. You mean you made those dots from scratch?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
I did. Okay, I think I got that right. Yeah, I made the pattern from scratch.
That's kind of wicked.
Boom. Now I got it out there. Ah.
There we go. We fixed it.
The little hit save. Well, I think I'm gonna call it a night, guy.
Yeah, I feel like that was pretty successful. That looks beautiful.
Yeah,
I dig it.
It's getting there, man.
I dig it. I may call it a night too, and then switch over to the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of finished with everything for the night.
Yeah, fair enough.
Kind of like I did all. I've got to bring up another bin and start that one, but I don't want to start it tonight.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
No.
So I think I might just give up for the night too. Maybe we'll get a little early shut eye. I did that last night. It was really nice. Like it was like, man, sure is nice to be able to sleep like a normal human. Oh man.
Yeah.
Felt kind of weird in the morning. I was like, did I sleep too much? Maybe I slept too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I'm glad you were here. It was good to see you.
Yeah. I had to test out my new webcam, see if it works. So
yeah, you got to test that out. You can join as well at any time because I mean, like, that's what we do. Although I don't think you'll join tomorrow because I think you have to go to work. But
yeah, and I got
But then tomorrow night
daytime.
you could join if you want, but you don't have to. But I'll be here.
Sounds great.
Cool. Well, thanks, man. And
right,
actually, I will go on ahead and shut the stream down too. So for all of you two people out there who are watching us, thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow and keep your eyes on the stars. Bye.
Later.